Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to change colors and how to add in a new ball of yarn. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to actually be changing colors. However, generally, if you do finish a ball of yarn and you want to keep the same color, you would use this technique to add in that new ball. So sometimes you can't help it and you will finish in the middle of the row. It is generally recommended that you do try and finish on the sides so that you can weave it in a little bit easier and there's no movement in the middle. However, sometimes it is hard to do, especially when you are working a big piece. So today we're going to go from the end. It is the same procedure as you would do if you're going from the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave about 20 centimeters and I'm going to cut my yarn. So this is going to be the tail, which is going to be left for the end. That will be weaved in. I'm going to pick up my new ball of yarn or new color. So again, I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail and I'm going to simply leave that to there. So all we have to do is just add in that new ball of yarn. So keeping tension on your old piece of yarn for the first stitch. I'm going to be doing this in knit stitch, so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So I'm going to put the new bit of yarn to the back, and this is the yarn which is connected to the ball. It's just simply going to go around and keep that nice and tight and pull it through. Now we're going to grab that same piece of yarn and pull it round. And we're just going to knit that through to the end of the row. So don't worry about that first stitch being a little bit loose. That will come, we will come back to that and fix that up as the stitches, as we go through the piece. So if you were to finish in the middle of your row, you would do the exact same procedure as this. Or if you were doing a pattern where you needed to add in a new ball of yarn, you would do the same. In Feral, you wouldn't actually cut your existing ball of yarn, you would keep that there. But that's a little bit more technical. And that last stitch. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the old color there, the new color is on the needle. As you switch over, you can kind of see a little bit of a pattern coming in. So this will actually work as our wrong side, and this will be our right side. So you want to make sure that when you're adding it in, that you're knitting to the back of your stitch to your needle, sorry, when you are adding in a new ball, or sorry, a new color. If it's a new ball, it won't generally matter unless you're in the middle. Make sure that those ends are to the back of your knitting. So we're going to go back through and knit another row in the red. And keep that tension the same as you would. So this can be done, it's the exact same procedure to do this with any type of stitch that you're doing. Just make sure that your first row is going to the back of the piece. So if you were working on a stockinette stitch, you would make sure that you add that in on a knit row. So as we get to the end, you notice that these two stitches are a little bit looser than the others. So not to worry, just knit them as you normally would. And then what I generally like to do is give them a little bit of a tighten. Not too tight, because if you pull it too tight it will go in. You want to make sure it still mimics a normal stitch. So adding in a row at the end will help, because when you go and weave it in it will be a lot easier, especially if you're working on a piece such as a jumper or a beanie. If you're doing it on flat, it will be a lot easier. So if I flip this over, as you can see, the last stitches have dropped down to the bottom, and you've got that change there. On this side, it's just completely changed over to the new. So that's how you add in a new ball of yarn, and then you just work the rest of your piece as normal and make sure that these don't get too loose. If you do want, you can tie them up just very loosely, just do one little tie, and that will keep them nice and snug. So thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial was of assistance to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a message. I do check my Instagram a lot more than I will check the YouTube, and that is EMILYA Knits, and I'll have that linked below. Thank you and have a lovely day. Bye.